Hello, Anna. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Fine, fine.
Yeah, people are still calling in the phone conference.
Of course.
So I think we'll wait a few more minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Joining conference.
Alexandra?
Hi, Alexandra.
Hello.
Joining conference.
Hi.
Joining conference.
Hello.
Satish?
Yeah, hello.
Hier ist Thomas Kunz from Daiichi Sankyo.
Hello, Herr Kunz.
Hallo.
We are talking English here. So. Still not all are on the line, on the phone line. We'll wait some more minutes.
Joining conference.
Markus Holzkamp?
Hello, Markus.
Ja, hallo.
Joining conference.
Seems some of the people have problems with...
Der neue Teilnehmer der Konferenz ist
Martin Auer.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Auer.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, I think so there are only two people missing in the phone conference, so maybe we just start. Yeah, hello everybody. Good that you joined my XStepCafé. I received quite a lot of enthusiastic remarks about this, which I like. One question is there anybody who has a loudspeaker on? Because I hear some echoing. Is there somebody?
No.
No?
No. No.
Maybe I try to mute all for the time being to check this. Sorry. So now I don't hear any echo anymore. Okay. Somebody has now it's better. Okay. No, I still hear something from some speaker. Is there somebody? Okay, maybe I start with showing some of the rules I'd like to give to this regular meeting. So the idea is to give a forum here to exchange some experience, to do discussion of common problems, and share some tips and tricks. Not only maybe from myself to the audience, but also between each other. What we don't do is real consulting for specific issues, customer issues or so. I don't want to replace a training. So there is an XStep training, for example, available since last month. And of course, any issues that should be posted on OSS messages is also not topic here in this call. Does anybody have problems when I record this meeting?
No.
Okay. Good. So I continue with some polling just to know who is there and what kind of experience you all have. So please select the answers here in these polling boards so that I can have a better view on how the audience is mixed. Okay, has everybody? No, still something going on. Okay, interesting. Okay, I close this pulse and show it to the audience. So this is how it looks like. So quite a few of you know about HTML based PI sheet. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Some know maybe only about the ABAP-based PI sheet. All right. Even some people with experience with OPC, that's also good, and also the commands and events in HTML-based PI sheet. So that looks like a pretty experienced audience. What I forgot about is whether anybody of you has any experience in XStep. So maybe I use this lobby here. I've got just answer yes if you have XStep experience. Okay, so only one has no experience, but I just wanted to continue anyway with a little bit of an overview what XSteps are, what they're used to. So also for the record, I can distribute later on so that anybody else can look at this. So I'd like to switch to the presentation. Does everybody see this PowerPoint?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Not yet. Yes.
So you still see it?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I wanted to go pretty fast into a system to give an overview on the system, how they look like. But I just want to give a common foundation on all the technical logical background and the system architecture we're talking about here. So well, that's more a theoretical slide here where you see the structure of manufacturing basically. So on one hand we've got all the consumables, products. On the other hand, we've got resources that can be operators, rooms, machines, and all such. We've got on each of these we've got qualification levels, and we've got well, non-physical entities like parameters. These are quantities, times, conditions, and also, of course, qualification requirements, as you see them here. These are the levels that normally are shown in manufacturing. So the classical MES pyramid looks like this. You've got ERP at top, MES in the middle, and shop floor and below. But this begins to blur. Also a few years before we came pretty much down into shop floor levels. also from ERP side, and also shop floor automation systems take over more and more MES functionality. So the principle is more that we have something that's called manufacturing operations management, which keeps it all together. And when we're talking about SAP ERP, we've got several of the classical modules here, which have a flavor of manufacturing, many of them inside. And this flavor I've tried to visualize in this kind of filling levels in these modules here, and wanted to highlight a few of the points here. For example, even in HR, you've got something like qualification records. That is part of qualification of my first slide. Material management, you've got batch information, for example. That's also a sort of qualification for materials. And of course, in the center of it all, there's production planning. That is either PP for discrete or PPPI for process industries, where you've got all the master data and, of course, the orders and the PI sheet and electronic work instructions. So, if you are talking about ERP manufacturing only, the landscape looks a little bit like this. So we've got all these modules here. We've got PP or PPPI, and we've got several means of communication from top to bottom. That is either asynchronously with these control recipes, going either to third-party systems or SCADA systems, like this road here, or you have control recipes that make up either PI sheets or electronic work instructions. These electronic work instructions, they have been introduced now in Enhancement Pack 3, which is just available now, and it's basically the same functionality as the PI sheet for the production order of PP module. So that's for discrete industries. The nice thing here in the PI sheet is, of course, that you can also do synchronous calls here to any functionality in ERP, which is quite powerful. So basically, the PI sheet or the work instruction sheet is a sort of highly flexible user exit where you can build up your operator working sheet. To the shop floor, there's since 4.6c or 3.4.6c, there's the SAP ODA connector that allows you to get OPC data directly from the PI sheet into this from the shop floor into the PI sheet, and then of course use this data to update some of the data here by bookings in ERP. If you've got any questions, you can of course ask anytime. Just for completeness, if I'm filling up the whole thing, of course we've got many things more in manufacturing. So there's of course SAP MRI, that is a common foundation for manufacturing management. We've got enterprise services. We've got, of course, IDOC communication. All these mechanisms are there as well. But we don't in this forum. We don't focus on MRI or anything else. Just for completeness. There was a question? No. Okay. So if I zoom in a little bit here in ERP. Here's the structure, and here we are now entering the XStep space, if you want. So you see here the XStep master data and transaction data, of course. And in the master data, you've got one area, that's the XStep repository, where you can define in a modularized way certain building blocks that you can reuse in different routings or recipes, and you can also use parameters to distinguish them in each routing. So I will come to that later in the system demo, of course. If I'm drilling down a little bit more, you see here that in the XStep repository, that's a hierarchical tree structure where you can organize all these building blocks, these elements or Lego bricks, if you want, in a nice way. This plus here indicates that there is some content inside, so there's this more. If you click on the XStep, you can expand it and see the content here. And in the recipe or routing, you've got this XStep area where you can also build up a tree of XSteps, and these white cubes each white cube is one XStep actually, and a cube with a flag on it is a standard XStep. And these standard XSteps you can use here as a reference, and this is indicated by this dotted line. And in this example here, the first one, you have a standard XStep here prepared in a repository with a certain set of parameters, and these parameters you can use to make it different, slightly different in one recipe or the other. So to give the people that maintain the recipes the possibility to give it a sort of flavor, to change some parameters, whereas the most part of the functionality is hidden inside this standard XStep. So you can reference them. You can build XStep functionality like it is in the recipe without using these SXS references, or you can reference and explode so that it's a sort of a copying of these templates if you want. How does it fit together with all the rest of the structure? You see here we've got operations and BOM, of course, as before, and you can set a context of each of the XSteps to a specific operation or phase. And inside the XSteps you can use certain generation mechanisms also to automatically generate content later in the order. So later on, when you create an order, you've got the same XStep tree here as you have defined it in the master data, and when you release the order, then all this functionality is exploded, and all the generation elements have been generated. So you don't see it here because that is more an overview slide, and I kept that also for some system demo. Okay. Yeah, and of course then here when you have the order and released it, and you have a control recipe, and that makes up then the PI sheet or the electronic work instruction. Well, that was a rather quick introduction in the basic principles. Any questions? I'd like to. I don't want to speak all the time, so this should be a rather casual, informal session. So please comment on this whenever you like. Yeah. So anybody?
No.
Not for the moment.
Not.
So everybody understood what I said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. So it was rather silent.
Arne?
Yes.
Maybe I have one question. I asked you already yesterday about how many levels should be used. Because there's no special limit in the documentation. You can use 2 levels, 10 levels, 20 levels, depends. Now, how deep you would like to build your structure, and maybe there's a recommendation from SAP or from your side.
Yeah, there's no general recommendation, but for the audience, what Marcus means is if you make up this structure here in the recipe, you can of course not only use 2 levels of hierarchy, you can use every depth of structuring that you like. So there's no, I would say, no real limitation to that nesting together these elements. But there is a catch if you're talking about performance. So the deeper you nest these together, the more, of course, the software has to drill down every time it has to access all the elements, right? And there was a customer, maybe Martin, you're
Yep.
also in the line. GSK has had some experience with that as well. So they had a real complex scenario built with a lot of nested together.
To me, Arno?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Therefore, you have to pay attention. I don't think that the number of levels is limited, but the bigger your XStep, the lower your performance, and the more time it takes to create your control recipe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. So especially when it comes to control recipe generation, that might create a negative have a negative impact. Okay. Okay. So I don't know, one or two people have joined the conference, I think. So hello to you.
Yep. Hello there.
Sorry, I've got some chatting here. I have one participant who cannot join the conference. I tried to get in. Hold on. Well, maybe this will work. So I'll go to a system to show a little bit. Just one comment on this platform we're using here. So this is the new SAP conferencing system. So it might be still some flaws in it. I'm not sure. I like it quite a lot because it's possible to have some virtual rooms in the same meeting area. But well.
Joining conference.
So there's one. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, it's so
now you can hear us?
Yeah, I could able to hear now.
Okay, great. Good. So I'm actually sharing my whole screen, I think. So that's easier then. First thing I want to do is see. Just give a short demo on one of the demos I've built for presentation purpose, and I'm starting opening the standard XStep repository. It looks like this.
Anna?
Yes.
Just one question. Can you maximize the screen, please? Because the written capitals are a bit are not sharp.
Oh, one comment on this. I have already maximized it. So.
Okay.
But you have a possibility on your screen on the sharing. There's on the bottom. I think there is a button to just display partial view. Do you see this?
Yes.
Yes. So when you click on it, you see it as sort of 100% view, and the system is then scrolling if I move my mouse.
Okay, perfect.
So
thanks.
maybe that's then better for you to follow.
Thank you very much.
Yes, works good. Okay.
Yes.
So let's try again.
Sorry.
So maybe first as a first test, maybe I just demonstrate what you can do here. So I can here create folders in this repository. Any depth of hierarchy I like. Enter a name like this, and then create a standard XStep. So that's the standard XStep. Double click on it. Test 1. and I open it here, and this is the very basic structure of it. So you've got a version. You can have multiple versions, and these can be restricted in terms of status and in terms of availability date. So if I'm going here, I can enter a version number and a validity period for 1st of year to maybe 20th May, like this. You see that it has a status in process. That means I can not use it in any recipe, so it's just only in preparation. I've got this root node, root element, which is quite a special one. So first of all, in that element, you don't have the generation tab here. I will maybe explain later. But very important is there's this destination tab, and you really need to select this PI sheet. And this is just a placeholder if you want. So you also have all the destinations for the PI sheets here, but since this is meant to be as a repository for many different recipes where you might use different destinations, it makes sense to make it as a placeholder only. And the other special thing about this node here is that every parameter here that you, for example, enter as an input, here input API this one will be then displayed as an interface parameter then later on to the user that uses that XStep. Okay. So what else can I do here? So I create a process instruction, which is the last structuring element, if you want, in the whole thing here. And after that, I can create all the different basic elements like output of a long text, for example, entry of a numeric value, if you want, and maybe entry of a signature, like this. And by double clicking, I'm able to fill this with the values. So here I can, in the long text, I can use several long text characteristics, and we're using here the ERP characteristics from the class system quite a lot. Yeah, so I like to use the fragment HTML characteristic because you immediately see here the window. If you use any other, you have to click a button and then you have to wait for the editor to come up. So I prefer that one. The catch is here that you need to fill in some HTML code if you want to, for example, if you want to have a line break or something. But I can do some HTML, so I don't care. So here's the title. So that's like instruction 1. And here, test, and then, for example, hold, and then use a break, and like this. And I can already simulate this. So I'm clicking here, and simulate, and I see how it would look like. So I don't know, anybody who has joined maybe does not know about PI sheets so much. I'm not sure, but so this is one of the basic elements of a PI sheet. So this is a phase container that is done for every phase where you have content in, and this is an instruction container with all the elements. So here I've got a long text, and for example here I've got an input field, and here you already see the different tabs for different types of parameters for this element. And that's the nice thing. If you know the ABAP PI sheet or the browser-based PI sheet based on the characteristic process instruction, it's always important to know the syntax of all these characteristics. And if you don't use them properly, the function just won't work. Here, you cannot make any syntactical errors because it's all caught here. Yeah. So you cannot make an error in terms of syntax. That's quite nice. Any questions so far?
No.
No?
That's it.
Everybody's happy? Everybody enjoys the coffee?
Yes.
Yeah? Good. Or chai. We've got a lot of Indian people here as well. I don't know what you drink. So, let's see. Input, value, number. And here you can see you can provide a default value, like, for example, a fixed value. You can have an input validation with a formula, for example. Here you have to use the X as a placeholder for the actual element. That's quite important because if you're using a parameter to define the input, don't use that parameter in that validation formula because the parameter is only evaluated after the input and not while the input. So you have to use something like X bigger than 40. I think I better use the parentheses here. X less than 45, like this, which is then the validation formula here. Error handling, you can say, okay, only with signature, please, and provide the signature strategy. I don't go into detail of these things. Please ask me if you don't understand something here. And of course, you can provide here the node. Here's the signature, for example. Sign here. And here we are. So this is our first basic element we use here. And I'll save this. And maybe one comment. There is an XStep library available. I don't know who of you have already know about this, which is available on SDN. You can I switch briefly onto the lobby. Here in the lobby, I've got a file share section, and there you have here the Boost the PI sheet file, which gives you also some nice information and also some reference on the SDN link for downloading, for example, this XStep library. Okay. And here are also some I don't know. Do you see it when I highlight these files?
No.
No. Okay. Good.
Yeah, we had.
So the other presentations are some older presentations in PDF format on the XSteps and the XSteps for discrete. I'm just in the process of creating new ones, but that takes some time. So I haven't ready yet. So okay, going back to the presentation. I need to share again. Okay. You see the screen again?
Yep.
Schon, wenn die Demo kommt.
Pardon?
Gleich eine Demo von einem Prozess.
Was not to me, I think. Okay. So this is the library, how it looks like.
Joining conference.
We have tried to give an example for every aspect of PI sheet and XSteps and process messages. So, by the way, if you don't know what a process message is, you can ask please, and I explain it a little bit. And these are some things like checklists I can see here. example, like something like that. So this gives you such an XStep as a template with some documentation here on the top here, and with some a sample checklist made up of the different elements. Right? So that's how this XStep library is meant to be used. It has also documentation. What I wanted to show, and well, time's a little bit going forward, so I've got only 20 minutes left here. Just to, well, maybe just a question in the round. Do you want to see also the discrete electronic work instructions?
Yes.
Yes. Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe I'm switching over to the other system and show the same thing for a production order. It's quite similar.
So Arne, if I understand well, you cannot use the same repository for PPPI as for PP.
Yes, you can.
No, you can.
You can. Yes. It's if you many customers use either PP or PPPI. Yeah. But I don't have any experience with using both well together in the same plant. I don't know whether that's
no, probably not.
But there's no. It's the same technology, right? So I'm switching over to. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Chandra here. I had one question regarding input validation field.
Yes.
Yeah, if suppose we put decimal point between the numbers, then system will give error or it will work.
Sorry, I didn't understand why the quality is not very good.
In input validation, you put value 40 to 45. Instead of 45.1 we put, then it will give error or it will work.
Is it about the comma? About the
point?
About this here?
45.2.
Yes. So that's the default value in this example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so basically this is another system. So I've got again the repository in another plant. I mean this looks really it's the same. It's really the same structure. It's the same, and also the. Sorry, this is in German because on the system it works up till now, but better in German than in English. But so these are the same objects, yeah. So you can interchange them. The only differences between PI and PP are when you come to generation scopes. There you have some differences, and there we have to also create some more, maybe also in the future. Also valuation symbols might be differing, and also process messages. So we have created a set of PP process messages, yeah, so that you can send them also in a PP environment. Okay. So that's the repository again is really the same. I'm just creating an order so that at least we have one complete round. To see how it looks like. So I'm creating material here and creating the order here. So that's a PP order. Auftrag, German. And here, we've got of course the operations here, and then here this the ice cube brings you to the XStep tree here, the XStep area. And the only thing so far here which is different here is that automatically there's a certain layout created to switch some special things because we don't have phases in PP, so the other layout here is talking about operations instead of phases. Yeah, and it has also a more actual design, but you will see it later. Yeah. And here maybe also just to give you a view on the plan. This one here. Here in the XStep area, I've got the same here. So you see there's nothing in. So this is just a reference. You cannot open it. You cannot expand it. It's just a reference. And in this case here, for the material list, I've got a evaluation here of a parameter, which is the font size. Just an example where I can change the font size of the values inside this table that you see later on. So in this case it's 14. You see here that's expanded. So whenever you create the order and all the XStep references that are there reference to a released SXS reference, then it's exploded immediately, right? So that's why these are exploded. And here you see, for example, this is a generation element. So in this XStep here, you've got a generation tab where you can have different generations for different content for different types, like all materials, all products, or here all operations. Is this here? And when I release the order, you see on the bottom later that this is control recipe generated. So I translated a little bit. And I go again into the XStep area, and then you see all this bluish here, and you see here that this component here has been, that additional elements have been generated here for every component that is assigned here. Basically, since this one is not assigned to any operation, it takes all components that are in this order. Right? So, for example, here I see all the parameters here. These ones here, so that's material text or something like this, and you see here all the values. And if I switch to another component here, I've got different values. So that's the topic, generation scope, and of course also these valuation symbols that you can use. So if I click here, you see all the different possibilities to evaluate certain parameters. Here, documents. I have also an example with documents. And you can also create your own. So you can use a body implementation to create own generation scopes and own valuation symbols. So that is a sort that is a replacement to the user exit in the process instruction-based PI sheet, where you could use the user exit for automatic evaluation of these process instruction characteristics. And the generation scope is basically a replacement, it's an enhancement of these filters you could use in the destination in the process instructions that are in the destination type. I hope you understand what I mean. So that is it. Here I've got, for example, all the documents that are in this order. For example, here these are the documents here assigned to the order. Okay, I save this production order. And going to the control recipe monitor, you see the control recipe that has been created. This is a new, a new transaction which allows you to add new columns here in this monitor. So we've extended this for the CO60, the CO53, and the CO54 since enhancement pack 2, I think, yeah. But it's in the Boost API sheet the presentation. So I sent this.
Joining conference.
And this is the new electronic work instruction. Select it. Yeah, and that's it. So that's my website of the customer I've been working with. So you see here that we have containers for the operation. This is the material list where I showed you this one parameter to change the font size here. This is the table of all the documents. So I can click here, see the document. So that's use of the standard function module that is available for this document access. You might maybe also already know it. Yeah, take some time here. Okay, I mean, it's not really very important here. I'm closing this again. And here you see, for example, this is all the documents of the order, and here I've used the same standard XStep here with the context of operation 10. Yes, and that means that only those documents that have a relation to that operation will be generated. So that's a general principle here to know. Well, that's it so far. I mean, I'd like to. I mean, this is only the first opening of this cafe. Yeah. So I'd like to use the rest of this hour to maybe also discuss and get some feedback, and also want to know about how I can structure this maybe better if you want. Split between. Let's open up this polling again here. I'd like to open these additional polls. So what do you think? First of all, you can talk to me and give your opinion. Is it a good idea? Is that what I did now today? Is that a good way of presenting it? Do you want more PowerPoint, more system presentation? And how often? I mean, that's the polling here. How often do you want to have this, or how often could you also attend, maybe on a regular basis? Let's see, already 4 and 3 have answered. So maybe some more, please. Okay. So you think one? So maybe I'm broadcasting this immediately here, so you see it's pretty. The content is pretty clear. I had the feeling a little bit that 1 hour might be a little bit too less, but of course, I mean, everybody of us has a lot to do. Me as well. So 1 hour is easy to put in the schedule.
Arne.
Yes.
Could it be a good idea to, let's say, organize a meeting, and let's say 1 week before the meeting we can put some topics? We can send them by email to you, and you select.
Yeah, you can send me any time. I mean, you all know my mail address. You can send me any time any suggestions for the next session. That's not a problem. Yeah. And the other thing, I forgot one part. So maybe I'm using that one here that I've left over here. And that gives you also the possibility, if you want to download these files, if you want from the file share. While I prepare this. So it's about the day of the week which you would like to prefer. So I've got, I think, 3 choices for myself. So I'm opening now. So Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. So please. Pretty homogeneous group here. So this seems to be that Wednesday is your favorite. Okay. So I'll think about it. So maybe what do you think? Is it good to say something like every first Wednesday of the month or something, or shall I do it on announcement? What do you think? Any ideas?
Yeah.
Every first Monday in the month seems an appropriate suggestion.
Well, not Monday because
Wednesday. Wednesday. Sorry. No.
Every first Wednesday in the month. Okay. I cannot promise that I can keep to that because I might have any pressing events where I have to attend, of course. But let's try to make that. I'll have a look at my calendar and check it out, and I will, of course, send at least one other. Yeah, maybe I will really send the invitation every time, but let's just fix this try to do it every first Wednesday in the month. So that is also quite nice because then you have it already in the next 2 weeks. So you could also think about some other topics where you want to have some more information. Maybe you think of some problems or critical things you encounter or something like that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've got maybe several things I could think of. So the one thing is demo of weighing scenario is one thing. I can think about body for valuation generation could be something. Anything else that you just immediately think of?
Maybe I have a question. Is it a possibility that we have, let's say, an own folder in the BPX community for the XSteps? Because the only folder manufacturing-wise is for PP.
You mean the forum?
Yeah, the forum, for example. Yeah.
Okay. I can note that down, and well, I can contact the owner of the forum.
Yeah.
Category. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. I don't know how easy or hard it is to do this. By the camera is still so I don't know if everybody has seen me, so just that everybody can see a picture of me. You're free to send me a picture, then maybe I can all arrange with your name a presentation that I can put here so that everybody has a face to each other if you want. Yeah.
Anna, I have another topic.
Yes.
Maybe some examples for this command.
Command in the okay.
Because the documentation is not very good, and sometimes it's trial and error to find out how the commands are working.
Yes, that's for me too.
Okay. I agree.
Also, one topic from my side: has anyone tried to use JavaScript in XSteps?
I have used it in the normal process instruction-based PI sheet, not in XSteps, but I would think it would work.
Yeah, it is working, but maybe this is also a topic for the future.
Yeah. I've got one consideration, though. I mean, if you want to use certain functions to print out the PI sheet in a better way. For example, I recently created a consulting solution for this PDF printout. And of course, you can never really interpret such JavaScripting to really have a printout that really reflects the same view of it, because JavaScript is then really a function inside the text. But it should work, yeah. I've got this echo again, so anybody has turned on, somebody has turned on something again. I don't know. And there's Markus, Holkamp and Thomas Kunz. I see you talking all the time on the attendees. Maybe you've got something, do you have a headset that has some feedback loop maybe inside?
I had no headset today.
No, but I've got also a telephone headset. Maybe I try this.
Arne, could that be a possibility that your webcam has a microphone as well, and that you double your voice?
Am I not loud enough?
No, it's not the question of loudiness, but since you are talking with your camera on, you are coming double. So what you say?
That could be voice. No, it's better now. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, the error was on my side. I apologize for blaming somebody of you. Okay, yeah. That was it. Very good. Okay. So far I've got 3 topics here. Just copy that and I love this stuff. It's really nice.
I don't know whether there is already someone who has experience in archiving XSteps, as well as at the level of the process order and at level of the XStep repository.
Archiving, you mean? Okay, archiving in the repository.
Yeah.
No. Not even
no.
myself. I didn't do it so far.
Yeah. No, it has been suggested by SAP that archiving could improve the performance, and that's the reason why I was thinking about.
One really short general comment on performance. It's never the same with one customer or the other. So it can be a performance issue on control recipe generation. It can be a performance issue on loading the thing. And it always also depends on the size of the PI sheet. So if you really do a lot of functionality inside and use a lot of elements in the PI sheet, that is naturally decreasing the performance. There's nothing to be helped. There are, of course, ways to improve it on a case-by-case case. Yeah, but you have to create an OSS message for that if you have this issue as a customer.
Yeah, but my question is, we have now already many versions. So if we do some changements, some modifications to our XStep, we have to create a new version. And we get the impression that the more versions we have, the lower the performance is. So archiving could be a solution in that case.
I think so, yeah. It sounds logical, of course, also, because the bigger these elements are, the more effect they make on performance. Sure. Just to close this up, any more suggestions on topics apart from these 3 I have so far?
No. I think the archiving should be on the topics list.
Well, yeah, I don't know what I can do there really. I mean that's I could try if we put this on the list to invite a colleague from development that he can say something about it. But I'm not sure whether he's available. So maybe if he will join, I think he could not join today. Yeah, he's not here. So maybe if he happens to be there, we can raise it again. So I can archiving. I can put it on the list, but so I will open here a poll. It's with radio buttons on purpose. So just pick your favorite, so that I know a little bit what best thing would be to a little bit prepare next time.
Just run.
I shouldn't have broadcasted it immediately, so it's
funny.
So it seems like commands and events is the favorite so far. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this seems next topic, apart from others, of course, commands and events. So I will show something. So maybe it's also I can combine it a little bit with this weighing scenario. So my idea is that I could use this video presentation area like this. So now you see me, of course, a big picture, but the nice thing here is, of course, that I can do it something like this. So now you see part of my desk, and I can put the weight scale here, and you can see what I do. Yeah. But I have to check whether I have the time to prepare that. Then I could show you both, of course. Yeah. Huh? Okay, so let's. I have one comment on this chat Q&A window. When you send me something there, I get it first on my desk, so you don't see it all. And I don't look all the time. So if I don't react, please just say something on the phone. So I just scroll down here. Yeah. Okay, so there are no more important comments on the Q&A area. So, well, any more suggestions? Any more final words? How do you like it?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Fine.
Okay.
Great, thanks.
So then let's finish up for today.
Mm-hmm.
And I will organize the next meeting if it's available in my calendar. The next first Wednesday in June for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
As per your recommendation. I try to prepare something or show. I don't have to prepare anything, I think, for that one, to show something more on commands and events. And I'll check this possibility of a known category in the forum. Let's see. Okay.
Just one question. You have recorded this web exercise, but how can we get the recording?
Yeah, I will send the link around.
Thank you.
Okay. Then have a nice day.
Okay, you too.
Or evening to
Thank
India.
you.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.